Uche, who's had a big night, goes wide. And when you go wide against Josh Allen, he senses it and does a good job of being able to step up. He'll go up, and then he'll go out. How often have we seen that? And you're in man coverage, and there's no one there to pick him up. Up and out, and Uche, again, with that great speed, but just went too wide and upfield on that rush.
So 3rd down and goal. McKenzie was shaken up. That's the reason for the timeout. Khalil Shakir comes in his spot. You saw Knox go out earlier. He's back in the game. 3rd and goal. Bills trying to turn it into a potential 3-possession lead. Singletary. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Buffalo. So another time-consuming drive. They had the ball for 9 minutes. 15 plays. 9 of them runs.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, they obviously read man. Made him think,
by that,
yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Osweiler, he's got Higbee complete right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, it's Grant pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Let's go now. 15 line it. 15 line it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. Out left side here to Bryant. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Derrick Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert. On third, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Drake. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A 1st down carry for Henry. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Osweiler. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Four yards on the dump off at 2nd down. the 38. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Osweiler. Higbee secures it over the middle.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to run.
Touchdown, Packers! From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
It's a tough one right there. He went right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To Johnson again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jones. Operating from the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jones going to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Grant. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Grant.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones now on 1st down to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And his kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and long at Stafford.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 1st down, Grant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They go right back to White here on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Box drop. Get it.
Now Jones. Out to the left here to Reed. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion by a really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing, Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
As a passer, we're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a draw play with Dixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Matt Weil now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here comes Grant on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. On 4th down, Jones. He completes it to Bryant. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. His throw to the middle, taken in by Cole. And inside 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
60 Pittsburgh. And Alpha.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Get it.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man is Darius Fountain.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Stafford on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game, because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Jones throwing on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down. Jones now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain there of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Bryant with a catch right side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
What's the run? They're running it. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The quick slant cut, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go to Johnson again, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Now Jones operating from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. And fights through one man. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing again at Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go back to Grant. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Grant. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Bryant. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, here's White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Going on the ground, it's White. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. On 3rd down, Grant. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Grant. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, high 7. Now.
2nd down and goal. Jones, flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Keelan Cole ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of...
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. All right? So you've got to go out.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 3rd and 2. Stafford. Throws right side, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford to his tight end, James. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Martavis Bryant there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 over.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. This is White on the screen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, let go.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 51 somebody go.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Jones on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. On 1st down at Stafford. Complete to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. That's Dixon. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Bryant has it, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
12 yards there and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now it looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Throwing Jones. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Dixon running from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Stafford looks to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Stafford.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw, Stafford. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check 5.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Ready? And 2 stop.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, that's trash.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.